Hi, my name is Maciej. Welcome to Axiory's news broadcast. Here's the latest high-impact market news for the week ending 31st of May. IMF lowered growth forecast for China. The fund cut China's 2013 growth projection to 7.75%, down from 8%. 2014 growth is projected to grow at about the same pace. IMF Deputy Managing Director Lipton said that the lowered projection comes essentially from looking at the global economy and the pace of growth in the global economy and the demand that derives from that growth for Chinese exports. In the US, Boston Fed President Rosengren stated in his speech that while it may be undesirable to abruptly stop purchases, he believed it makes sense to consider a modest reduction in the pace of asset purchases if we see a few months more of gradual improvement in labor markets and improvement in the overall growth rate in the economy. Now, the most important upcoming fundamental news for the week starting June 3rd selected for you according to the market movement significance. In the week ahead, investors will be focusing on the outcome of policy meetings by the European Central Bank and Bank of England. Meanwhile, US economic data would likely to be main driving force behind all markets with ISM indices and non-farm payrolls featured. These data would be important in gauging market expectations on Fed's timing of stimulus exit. The euro ended Friday's session lower against the US dollar, coming off a 3-week high as demand for the greenback was bolstered by the uncertainty over whether the Federal Reserve will scale back its easing program this year. The University of Michigan said its Consumer Sentiment Index rose to 84.5 in May, its highest level since July 2007. In the week ahead, market players will be focusing on the outcome of a policy meeting by the European Central Bank. The dollar ended the week at a 3-week low against the yen on Friday. The robust US data bolstered expectations that the Federal Reserve could begin to scale back its $85 billion a month asset purchase program this year. Meanwhile, the International Monetary Fund said on Friday it fully endorses the Bank of Japan's move to spur consumer prices to 2% inflation through sweeping enhancement to its monetary policy framework. In the week ahead, investors will be awaiting the release of Friday's closely watched report on the US non-farm payrolls for further hints regarding the direction of the US monetary policy. Finishing up our broadcast is the Multitrader section. Today's Multitrader strategy is IGS Fund, which is one of the average risk strategies. It made a 0.89% profit last week, and today we have chosen its monthly gains for the last 3 months. The strategy's performance has been rising for 3 months in a row, and it managed to achieve 3.87% in the last month. That's all for today. Tune in next week for more in-depth currency news that matters to you. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Goodbye.